Hi there, Japan fans. In today's show, we are going to be talking about impact. Present, Master Shimashou. This is the 5th year of the Presentation Japan Series podcast. We are beaming around the world to you from sunny Minato-ku in Tokyo. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guide committed to your success, the president of Dale Carnegie Training Tokyo, Japan, and the 3-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery. My new book, in Japanese, Za Eigyo, is now available on Amazon. Become a better speaker who is clear, confident, persuasive, and highly influential with those around you. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn, who, unlike many other podcast hosts, have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on iTunes. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Tuesdays, the Presentations Japan Series. Every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan Series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan Series. Every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcast Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show. And Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. This is episode number 276, and today we're talking about communicating with greater impact. Today we're going to look at communicating with greater impact. So, first question is, what do we mean when we say impact? Most talks, totally forgettable. Test this hypothesis yourself. How many of the many talks you have listened to can you remember either the speaker, the topic, or both? Generally, we struggle to remember either because there was no impact for us. We were not touched emotionally and logically by the presentation. Logical presentations with really great data and insight are fantastic, but these do not stick because we're under constant bombardment from new data. Statistics from a year ago are now irrelevant today because we have moved on. The content in written form is difficult to bring alive, but when delivered by a trained presenter, the same content can be scintillating. I don't mean reading it word by word, but taking the content and really being excellent in the delivery of the content. Speaking in a boring manner must be the evolutionary default setting of the human race because this seems to be the easiest way to give a talk. The only problem is we might be impressed to be on the giving end, standing up there on stage pontificating, but those on the receiving end are not paying attention. They are bored by us and our talk, and they escape to the internet to find more interesting things to do. 2 or 3 clicks on a mobile phone, and our audience are in distraction heaven, completely oblivious to us and our message. A monotone delivery is guaranteed to lose the audience, and therefore your message isn't going to resonate with anyone. That constant same tone is like a version of presenter white noise, and it makes us drowsy. We need to have some variety in our delivery, which will keep our audience listening to us from start to finish. There are some simple techniques presenters need to master to avoid being sent to presenter oblivion by our audiences. Here are some points to work on. Number 1, word emphasis. we should try to add extra stress to keywords or phrases when we speak. Not all words have the same heft, and we don't want harmonization across the whole sentence. We want certain elements to stand head and shoulders above their neighbours. This makes a tremendous difference to how our message is received. Let's take an example with this phrase. This makes a tremendous difference. Say these phrases out loud to yourself and listen to the difference in impact when I stress keywords. This makes a tremendous difference, or this makes a tremendous difference, or this makes a tremendous difference, or this makes a tremendous difference. Just by adding some stress to certain keywords, we can change the meaning of the sentence. Number 2, pauses. When we stop speaking, that is a pattern interrupt. And if some people have been escaping from our presentation, this will bring them back to us. When we insert a pause, it creates a contrast between our sentences and it grabs people's attention. The next time you give a talk, try doubling the length of the current pauses you are using in a couple of parts of the talk. It has that pattern interrupt feature and generates anticipation of what is going to come next. Find out more when we come back from the break. Our show today is brought to you by our public programs, but we also do custom-made in-house classes. Now, we do them in our super safe classroom, we do them live online, and we do them in Japanese, and we do them in English. Show today is brought to you by our Leadership Training for Managers program that will roll out on the 14th of February. Our 3-day Dale Carnegie course, that's the 16th of February. 4th of March, we'll do the 12-week version of the Dale Carnegie course, and on the 9th of March, we'll do the 8 weeks of the Winning with Relationships Selling course. Check out our website at www.dale-carnegie, carnegie.co.jp. Lots and lots of value for you there. Now, to do better in Japan, email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Get my best-selling books, Japan Sales Mastery, that's the Bible for selling in Japan, and Japan Business Mastery, and my new book, Japan Presentations Mastery. If you like learning by watching videos, there are over 1,000 there for you at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, which is the premier business show in Japan, comes out Mondays. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show, and Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders in Japan from SMEs all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. Don't forget, you can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Welcome back. Number 3, pacing. We can really slow words down to give them emphasis. Let's slow it right down. We can also go very fast for contrast, but not for too long, or we will lose people. We are looking for emphasis here to give us impact with the listeners. Number 4, modulation. Japanese is a monotone language, so it doesn't have the same natural tonal variety of most Western languages. However, it can have differences of speed and strength injected into the delivery to create variety. If a classical music orchestra only play the crescendos or only the softer lulls of the piece, it would be extremely boring. If we speak with the same strength, soft or strong, throughout, we will lose people. Highs and lows are what create variety. Number 5, phrasing. We can use alliteration or rhyme with certain words to create memorable phrases. For example, we can go from hero to zero. This is a good example of a phrase which sticks with an audience. Look for places where you can create these memory links to you and your talk so that people won't forget either. Number 6, movement. Gestures are super powerful, and when congruent with what we are saying, can really add a lot of strength to our statements. Hold gestures for a maximum of 15 seconds, because after that, their power goes right down and they're no longer effective. Be very careful about running around up and down on stage, pacing to and fro. This is a real distraction from your message. The rule is to move for a distinct purpose only. Design that in from the start so you know what you're doing and why you are doing it. These 6 points will create impact with your audience, because remember, everyone else is stuck in the same groove like an old vinyl record and they are losing their audience. You, however, will be seen as a person of value, absolutely enhancing your personal and professional brands. Thank you for joining the Presentations Japan series. If you got value from today's show, spread the love around and share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Immediately apply what you have learned today, use it, and go out there and become a presentations legend. Remember, I'm your corporate coaching and training guy in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.